I think I could always probably be more prepared than I feel right now, but here we are, and ready to go. Apart from forgetting my helmet. Okay. You couldn't write it. My name is Layth. In 2016, I was cycling from Newcastle to Seahouses on the northeast coast when I collided with a wall and broke my back. 5 years later, I want to finish that 50-mile bike ride on my handbike, but to do so, I'm going to need to get a lot fitter. This series documents my challenge to find the path back. I've come in today to Gym Possible to get my measurements done, to weigh my body and measure the body fat composition. So it'll be interesting to see how far I've come in this period of time. 94.2 kilos. So I've lost a little bit of weight there. So time to get some more measurements. We're going to measure my neck and belly, and Heidi, who's a rehab assistant, is going to now measure both of those, if you don't mind. Ready?
17.
Okay, just put that in.
And 41.
So the results are in. I've actually now lost 2 inches around my belly, 1 inch around my neck, and only about half a kilogram or so weight, which doesn't bother me too much, if I'm honest, because I've actually got fitter. I'm carrying more muscle, and my body fat has come down about 6%, and a little bit fitter, which is the most important thing, really. So the ride's really coming up now, and actually, rather than dreading it like I have been for months, I'm actually now looking forward to it. I feel like I'm in better shape. I feel like I've lost a bit of weight and I've got a bit more strength, and I know the endurance is there, so all in all that means I'll be carrying less fat around with me, and I've got a bit more muscle there to power myself around the course next week. But being here, actually just approached to the start line, it was a little bit strange because I was obviously driving along the last couple of miles of stretch of road where I was last able to sort of pedal with my legs, so that clearly was evocative in its own way. To say it's ominous would probably be a bit of an exaggeration, but I am feeling some emotions in my chest, which clearly this is where I was lying on this very stretch here, half on the road, half on the pavement, in incredible pain. And I'm here again now in a different sort of bike, a bike that I have to use my arms to pedal with. To finish the ride that I was on almost 5 years ago, and finished that ride. But this time not using my legs to pedal, but my arms. And a lot's changed in the last 5 years. There's been a lot of change, and life has moved on, and life has got easier. I mean, that's one of the big things I would say, is that life has just got easier, year in, year out. You find new ways of dealing and coping with things, and you find new hobbies. I mean, I never thought that actually I'd be taking up cycling again. I was actually just only about to start taking up cycling when I had the accident. It's all ready now. Day's come, and I'm feeling pumped up and ready for it. And I'm really just wanting to see the end of this ride and enjoy it. Okay, this is the moment. Let's do it. I'm actually halfway up this bank called Bothell Bank, which is probably going to be the most gruesome part of this ride for us. It's a really, it's a 150 metre steep incline, sometimes 12 degrees, and I'm just trying to take a little breather, a bit of Lucozade Sport, a few Haribo jelly beans, as I've been advised by my mates, getting a breather, taking the top off, letting the armpits cool down a little bit, and getting my breath back. But ready to get back on up this hill, and I'll be really happy when we've got over the hill and enjoy the downhill again. Downhill's great. Looks like there's a speed camera here. Might need to slow down. No public access all right way.
Looks like it goes to somebody's farm.
We can't go there now. Should we go that way?
Yep.
Comfortable on these.
Just follow your map. What does your map say?
That blue road there, so we're about to go round the roundabout, yeah?
Yeah.
As soon as we came off the roundabout, then go left and maybe onto the other side of the road. So I go left here?
No, go to the end to this looks like a main
It was
major street.
over the roundabout, not on the other side of the road, looks like.
What, over the bridge? I expect to see Jackie Charlton. Wasn't he around here?
So riding on these road surfaces makes a big difference. It's quite nice to see that cycle lanes seem to be much better marked on the roads than they were certainly 5 years ago. Quite a lot of them seem fresh. And it does feel quite safe to be cycling along them, which is good to see. Goose, I'm not going to call you Goose, because Goose doesn't have a good fate, does it?
Oh, the orange.
Orange Goose. I'll take all the best coffee shops in Ashington.
We've just been to all the best ones.
After being briefly lost in Ashington, finding a nice cycle path that headed straight towards Cressfell was wonderful. Leaving behind the suburban and industrial scenery of Ashington and getting a handle on my pace a little better, it really made for a more enjoyable ride as I got closer to the sea. My energy levels had been up and down for a few miles already, but around this point I got a big second wind and started falling in love with the journey again. The views started opening up as I got nearer to the coast, and I kept getting flashes of real joy. The scenery is stunning, and despite having a bit of a sugar crash, I felt so inspired by the natural beauty that there was no choice but to pedal hard and take it all in. As the Drift Cafe came into view, I was almost sorry to take a break. Well, almost. Slow puncture. Energising.
If I lift it, can you just loosen it up and straighten it up? Atlee? What's that catching you?
It's this caliper
Yeah.
is on, well, this brake pad even is not on the rim, it's on the tyre, so the tyre needs to go further in that way.
Right, okay.
So extra long pit stop over, hopefully in the tube fixed, off the bricks, back on the road. Let's get this done.
Will you make it too?
Seahouses.
Oh, good
From
looking.
Newcastle.
Oh, wow.
Bye.
Bye.
I'll see you later.
Although delayed by almost an hour, the bike seemed to be holding up thanks to the efforts of my support team. The worries of another bike failure pushed to the corners of my mind as I got back in the zone and followed my nose towards the sea.
I thought you said this was a coastal route.
So, I don't think my friends that chose this route, yeah, haven't cycled this route before. They wouldn't come on a path like this. They're like their own bikes.
What, so they send us on it?
Well, I did share my concerns.
And these friends, do you know how good friends are they?
I prefer this sort of route anyway, from an aesthetic point of view.
Yeah, but there's not many coffee shops on this kind of route.
Well,
The variety of terrain I had to cycle on was a double-edged sword. It made for difficult progress and prevented me achieving much of a rhythm, but it also offered a distraction from the effort of the ride as I had to really pay attention to the changing road surfaces.
It's getting a bit easier up there. Holy shoot. Go on, keep going, keep going, keep going. That's it. Go on. Go on. Go on. Oh, hang on.
right.
Right, could you pull over to the right, please?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, just let the traffic through. Hold up. Layth,
We're there. We're getting there. We're not there. But we're getting there.
we are where we are. And we're going there, somewhere.
This to me is the prettiest vantage point of the whole ride. It's just beautiful.
Well, I'm loving it. I'm loving the day. I'm loving the route. I'm loving the weather. I'm loving the company. I'm loving the support. I'm loving everything about it, but quite clearly it's taken a lot longer than I ever thought. Way much more. I mean, it's actually now 10 to 6. I thought we'd be on our way home, and actually we've still got another probably 2 hours of cycling to do. So quite clearly it's been a lot more of a challenge than I thought. But hey, I'm still enjoying it. The sun's shining. I'm confident I'm going to finish it. So I'll be looking forward to see the end line though. I had originally thought of stopping for a break in Crasta, perhaps even having a pint. As Crasta came into view though, I had to wave goodbye to that beer as I was so far behind schedule. Any more breaks would mean finishing at midnight. I was happy enough to take in the amazing scenery of this coastal village and keep dreaming of a pint a bit further down the road. Pushing on from Crasta to Seahouses, my energy levels were waning as I didn't have time to stop and eat. I'd promised myself fish and chips after completing the challenge, and the thought of this at the end of a gruelling ride really helped me push hard and pedal through the pain. Yeah, I just had some cramping in my forearms there, so I've just taken some salt tablets. Last time I did that 26 mile cycle, I was getting cramping in my muscles in my forearm, but I'm hoping, I've just taken a couple, I have been taking them throughout the morning, I've just taken a couple more there, I'm just hoping that that's maybe all it is. I don't like the sound of the crank either, you hear it? Yeah. The cramping wasn't the only issue. I started getting tremendous pain in my shoulders and couldn't do anything to ease it at all. My bike was also making complaining noises, so we were in this together. I just hoped that neither of us would fall apart before the end. To add to the woes, my phone battery was tired out and meant that I had to follow road signs rather than the mapped out route which the support team were expecting me to be on. I missed a rendezvous with them for the final push into Seahouses because they were only getting the last known location my phone had broadcast before dying. Despite the film crew having a last leg panic because they couldn't find me, I was over the moon to cross the finish line and wind my way through the outskirts of this small fishing village and towards the harbour. This really cemented in my mind that I was about to complete the challenge and finally finish the ride I started all those years ago. Luckily, we managed to meet at the exact moment I cycled past the chippy. Happy days. So happy to see Seahouses at the end of the journey. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. There we are. I can see the sea. I can smell the sea. Smell the fish and chips. The salt and vinegar. And I want to get them in me. Wow, well, that was a lot tougher than I ever thought it was going to be actually. It took a few hours longer than I've pictured or imagined, so I'm delighted to actually have made it, because there were times I was questioning whether I could, and without the support team actually, and my mate Colin encouraging me on, I don't think I would have done it. So I'm really delighted to have finished this challenge. That's been a long time in the making really, and I think hopefully my face and smile says it all. So happy to have done it. So happy. Wow. With the pain in the shoulders, that's going to be there in abundance tomorrow. But I'm hoping the smile will still be there, because actually there were times near the last quarter of that ride that I was just wondering, have I got it in me? Have I got it in me? Almost 4 hours later than I thought. So that gives you a real idea of just how much longer it took. But the weather was kind, the conditions were kind, and it's just been such a beautiful evening that it's helped me power through, and having the support of my mate there behind me, in front of me, to the side of me. I wouldn't have done it without him actually. So 5 years ago I was on this bike ride to come to this very spot, the Seahouses, to enjoy fish and chips with my friends overlooking the sea. And today I've done that. I think 5 years ago, after my accident, I never thought it would have been possible even to cycle again. I didn't know hand cycling existed. And here I am, having done 50 plus miles. We were so far behind schedule that we've ended up just powering through on bananas, Snickers and Haribo jellies. We didn't stop for lunch. So dinner's going to taste nice, the sea view's going to be amazing. I'm going to look out at dolphins, hopefully, which we can spot from Seahouses. I'm going to really enjoy this evening. You know, it's been a long time in the making. Did I train hard enough? I'm not sure I did. Could I have prepared more? Definitely. Did it go as well as expected? Probably not. Did it take longer than I thought? It really did. But did I do it? Yes, I did it. And that's the main thing. So the positive message is stick at it, have a goal, have the right support team in place, and power on through. So I'm delighted, really delighted to say that the Path Back Challenge has been completed.